taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Most of us blacks, or Negroes as he called us, really thought we were free without being aware that in our subconscious, all those chains we thought had been struck off were still there. And there were many ways where what really motivated us was our desire to be loved by the white man. Malcolm meant to lance that sense of inferiority. He knew it would be painful. He knew that people could kill you because of it, but he dared to take that risk.
He was saying something over and above that of any other leader of that day. While the other leaders were begging for entry into the house of their oppressor, he was telling you to build your own house.
Hoo-dee-hoo, hoo-dee-hoo. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's Thursday night. Time for your No PC show. People over on the YouTube side, we love you guys over there, but we're posting a link that you can click on and you can come over to the YouTube side because, like I say, a lot of times we have video illustrations, and if you only can hear, then you can't see actually what we're talking about. And tonight is one of those nights where you probably need to see what we are talking about. We're going to discuss the Serena Williams incident. And I'm going to call it an incident because for me, you know, I had to say, was that really necessary? But before we get into that, we're going to do a little promotion, as always. I was a few minutes late tonight, but most people know I have a business. It's called RPC Computing, located in Chicago, Illinois, 1741 East 71st Street, 966-4457. You can join us on Facebook by looking up RPC Computing. Instagram, you can look up RPC Computing. A lot of times when we have events or things going on, it will be posted. We post videos. You can also see the shop here on little 3D models. Nice, clean place. We're fast, we're effective, and we are pro-black. So we try to get things done. And every now and again, we'll have a guest person stop in. On the screen right now is Robert Williams, who gave us the warehouse, who gave us Frankie Knuckles. Happens to live in the neighborhood and is still out there promoting house music. So why don't you stop in when you have a chance or you have a computer problem. 1741 East 71st Street, 773-966-4457. Let us take care of your problems. Our PC is your PC. That's our motto. So we have gotten that out the way. Now we can talk about and I'm sure everybody saw it, but for those that haven't seen it, there it is on your screen. What's up, Raymond? Hopefully everybody can see that link on the Facebook side. Tonight's one of those nights that you want to be on the YouTube side because, like I said, we're going to discuss this Serena Williams cover. Now, when I first saw the cover, I was like, okay, what are we doing here? What are we promoting here? And I said, was this even necessary to this degree to even put it out like that? So don't let me trip. I said, let me go and pull up their site and let's go through and see if they putting everybody else's ass out. So what do? I go out, and this is the great part about having computers, people. You can go out and you can search. One thing I did notice is it seemed like every time there was a black person, they went a little extra, made it a little more bizarre. I couldn't really understand it. It's like their hair had to be a little crazier, or their outfit had to be a little crazier. So, I scrolled through the list, as you can see on the screen, and there's a ton of white people, white women on here, and none of them seem to have their ass out. It was just seemed not to be a requirement that white women need to have their ass out. They can have their identity, they can show, and they can say, hey, look at us. We are beautiful. This is the definition of beauty. I've often felt that Serena may have a issue with her beauty, the type of beauty that she has. There's no doubting that Serena has a terrific body. She works hard. But she's also the queen of tennis. She's the ultimate tennis player. And a lot of these people that are going across the screen, there may be some actresses or anything like that, but maybe they're not showing their bodies because they don't have any bodies. They're fitting into their stereotype of what they are. But as we scroll through, like I say, I scroll through a lot of these because it's got to be somebody with the ass out other than Serena. Serena got her ass out, so somebody else got to have their ass out. And as much as I scrolled, nobody else had their ass out. They had Eve and other people. They tried to make the black women look a little more exotic. They even had Pharrell on here looking assed out crazy. I don't know what that was about. So it got me to thinking that there's some bullshit. Wasn't no other way to look at it or to think about it. There's some BS. Tried to find an article where Serena was trying to explain it. Hey, no articles, no explanations. So we're left to our own devices here. And so I discussed it with people, and people have been talking about it on the radio. And yes, she has the freedom to do whatever she wants to do. Here's the problem. There were a lot of other pictures that they took that they could have used for that magazine. Ton of different pictures that they could have used. Why didn't they? Anybody got an answer for that? More tasteful pictures, more colorful pictures, sexier pictures, if you want to call them that, in outfits that were becoming of her body. Why they couldn't choose any of these other pictures, but chose to have her ass out on the screen in some red bottoms? 50 made a comment, put a little bit of that ass out there now. Repeat after me, God is good all the time. 50's just ignorant. But when we see Serena on television, it's almost like she's trying to conform to a certain type of beauty that's not her lane. I don't know if she realizes how beautiful she is, and to maybe a lot of brothers who really don't like black women on a certain level, they looking for a certain type of light skin, long hair, thin frame thing to tickle their fancy. Both Venus and Serena. I've met Venus in person. I've never met Serena. Now, she makes some choices, and this is another one of the things we're going to talk about today is how there's just this whole thing of on TV now, there's this big boom of advertisement with just let's put these black interracial relationships, and it's more so black men, well, white men with black women. What's wrong with some black women with white men? All the commercials are now interracially mixed. I don't know what message they're trying to send, but it does border on the line of slow brainwashing, because ever since you heard that black women were the most educated and the most upward bound individuals, well, let's pair them with us, the white men. I mean, we run everything. And now we can tell the sister, hey, I mean, you're doing the things like we said. You have given up your identity of who you really are, because you're over here with us now. And that becomes a problem, because I don't think, and these are just only my personal views, that a lot of black women are kind of down on black men who do not capitulate, go to school, go work for these people, keep your mouth shut. We're building our own legacy over here, regardless of what this white man says. This seems to be the thing now. So every commercial is of mixed ethnicity is always white and somebody else. It's not black with Asian, black with Hispanic, none of that. It's white and then everybody else, because they're in control. They control the imagery that we see. This is what they do, and we kind of fall into it. We discuss the money aspects of, okay, you got a product, you want to sell it. You're supposed to sell it to everybody, right? So what image can you portray and make your money? Can't be a black product. Why can't it be a black product? It can't be, because the black hair industry is controlled by Asians. Pretty much everything we do is controlled by someone else, right? So if that's the situation that we find ourselves in again and again and again, who's responsible for our image, them or us? Serena clearly did not have to have her ass out on the magazine, because nobody else's ass. We just went through like hundreds, almost 100 pictures, right, of white women without their asses off, completely dressed. Matter of fact, not scantily dressed at all. We know they have a problem with Serena and the stuff she wears for tennis. Matter of fact, congratulations, Serena made it to the final round of the Wimbledon. She's going for number 24. She is the queen. They're already saying, okay, we already know she's the best, but, it's that Margaret whoever who had 24 wins when there were only 10 tennis players out there playing. And Serena still wants to label, so she wants to win that 24th. Their father went through a lot to create an image of them when they came in. A lot of people did not like them, like a lot of people do not like a lot of black people, because they felt they were arrogant, because he said, my daughters are going to be champions, both of them. They're going to be the greatest tennis players ever, both of them. We're not going to go by your rules and what you say needs to be done. We're not going to do it. We just not going to do it. Well, how can you skip the juniors and and not play all these tournaments and just show up and do this and you're playing, you're hitting hard like the men, and you're overpowering people, and you're standing all inside the box. 20 years later, 17, 20 years later, these were the two most dominant forces out there for years, for a couple of decades now, and they're still out there. Especially Serena, she's still looking like she can go another 4 or 5 years. But I think she just has the plan to win. Serena, Venus is just supporting her, and will walk away, and they'll walk away at the same time. That's the way I see it. But what makes a woman like Serena Williams, who has everything, what makes her marry a white man? The question has to be asked. Was it the shunning of the brothers and the image that I'm not attracted to, what black men are not attracted to me in that way, only my body, blah, 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 blah. That's some internal stuff. Nothing wrong with Serena, nothing wrong with Venus. Like I said, I met them both. They look like black women. You can't be worried about the other people and what they feel about you. If you don't feel you're gorgeous or fine or whatever or handsome, then nobody else will. You have the right to step out and say, "Look, man, I'm killing. I'm gorgeous over here." But who was in the room? This was the discussion we were having. Who was in the room when a lot of these different decisions are made about product and black people? Who was in the room? Was Serena in the room when they chose that cover over? They do a photo shoot. They had tons of other pictures that they could have used. Did Serena sign off on this picture? I guess she would have to. I don't know. But for so many products, I was out somewhere one day, and there was a coffee shop, and the name of the coffee shop was called The Hang. And I'm like, The Hang, not The Hangout. It was The Hang. And I'm thinking to myself, who was sitting in the room? Was there a black person sitting in the room when they said, "Yeah, let's name it The Hang"? That sounds great. Hey, cuz, see you out there, Tina. Why would you name anything The Hang in this racial climate in America? Because now they finna stop apologizing. They finna start being on a whole new level of ignorance. Here in Chicago, in Mount Greenwood, there was flyers that were passed out saying, I had wrote it down. It was saying to the effect of, "We are not going to have white guilt. We don't give a damn. We going to do what we want to do the white way. Not the right way, the white way. And you can go to this site and sign our petition that we're not going to feel guilty about nothing that happened to these Negroes in this country. We didn't do it. We're not accepting the responsibility. Too bad, niggas." Just like the senator got on TV last week. Well, you had a black president for 8 years. He didn't do nothing for you. We freed you. I mean, what else you want, niggas? Why ain't y'all helping these LGBTs or out here at the border trying to help these Mexican folks from coming across? They got good things we want to pay attention to, because them gonna turn into votes. You niggas don't even vote. We done screwed y'all so bad and destroyed y'all image so much. Y'all don't know where y'all coming or going. Y'all got an identity crisis and don't even know it's an identity crisis. And then you'll have somebody like Kamala Harris. Let's put her picture up on the screen. Let's talk about Kamala. You got Kamala Harris, who is married to a white man. Her father is Jamaican. Her mother is Indian. She is a Indian, Jamaican, American, I guess if you want to call it that. Stop calling her an Afro-American candidate. She was one of the biggest prosecutors of black people as a state's attorney in California. And I guess that's your job. I mean, you got to do your job. You got to lock people up. Johnny Cochran even said that in his book when he was a prosecutor. He said he was disgusted every day because he knew what the system was about. Now she comes out and tells this great story that, you know, I don't know how great it was, because she didn't tell us nothing we already knew about Joe Biden, about tons of politicians, about the busing that happened in America, across America, to black people. Well, niggas, y'all said y'all wanted to be equal. We gonna let y'all go to some of our schools. What is the problem? You niggas is never satisfied. You want to be white, and we give you a chance to be white, then you don't want to be white. So Miss Kamala Harris, who is now trying to act like she Auntie Harris, like she Madea or somebody. Oh, y'all treated us bad. 50 years ago, 40 years ago, we had the bus and we had to do this, and it was sad. And my parents marched in the civil rights movement a couple of times anyway. I don't know why they did it. They just did it. They liked the message that Dr. King had, and you, Joe Biden, is a racist. Now, I don't want to call you racist. I just want to say that maybe your things that you did wasn't right, and I hope that you can change. And everybody starts clapping, and her score goes up 7 points. She gains 7 points from Negroes. White people ain't changed that man one bit. You trying to act like Joe Biden, who had been with your president for 8 years, did something wronger than any of the other people that were sitting in the Senate all those decades ago when that was pushed through? Like I always say, they all in on it together. All of them. And your president, Obama, didn't help the situation. He was so worried about image during his cycle, he couldn't get nothing done. Trump don't worry about image. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. Fuck image. We talking about money. We talking about getting things done. Obama's like, we're going to be dignified. We're going to, we're the first black president. We have to toe this role of dignity. This is what people want to see. This how they want us to be. They love us like this. We gotta capitulate to the system. So I'm still waiting on people to point out, what did we get from Obama other than a great image? There was a guy on the radio today, and they were talking about the Obama Center and saying, well, why are people complaining? You've had an area for the past 30 some odd years that has had no development in it at all. And now that somebody wants to come in and develop it, y'all got an attitude about it. It's got nothing to do with the center. It's got to do with the people who are coming in and building the center and replacing us with them, deciding what goes on in our community, because it won't be our community for long, because their plan is to move you out. Urban renewal means move the Negroes out. So you see the white people starting to pop back up in South Shore over the last few years. They're introducing businesses that they want to frequent. We don't want to any of this stuff. Look, I've been in this location for about 10 months, 11 months. This month makes 11 months. 0 white people. have walked in there and did any type of business with me. 0 Indian people have walked in there and did any type of business with me. 0 Asian people have walked in there and did any business with me. The only people that have done business with me are my people, and I'm happy with that. Because mentally, I already understand, and a lot of other people need to understand, they don't give a fuck. They may buy a trinket here or there from you so they can go home. Oh, I went to the African festival and it was great. And, you know, I tasted the curry goat. It was terrific, the jerk. The people, they were so lively. It reminds me of 1776 when my forefathers were celebrating their independence and the niggers were out there celebrating. And oh, wait a minute. I'm tapping into my inner masterhood and wondering why I love these Negroes. Oh, they love us because they have given us the entertainment role. Black people define what's cool in the world, and every group follows behind that. But Kamala, she was a great prosecutor. That she was doing her job. Now she tries to turn around and say, I'm progressive now. I got all these things that I want to do that's going to help. $1 billion that's going to help the black people do. She's spouting that same stuff forever. But you don't see any of them on the stage talking about this reparation bill. Anyway, it ain't even no bill right now. That H.R. 40's been a joke for decades now. We want to discuss to see did what we did to black people in slavery and then the 99 years of Jim Crow, did that really have an effect on them? Did we screw them out of their money and their heritage with the killing and the lynching and the redlining and all the other treacherous shit we did? So our people could have an understanding and grow in this country. Well, how y'all figure, because y'all got out of slavery in 1866, 65, and then, you know, the Industrial Revolutionary came, and then, you know, we started doing things on our own with the machines, Industrial Revolution. Where'd y'all get the money from? So you saved up that 300 years of slavery and all the money. And here's another story that's going to freak you out. There was reparation paid, but it was paid to the slave owners. For every slave you lost, that was $300 that went to you, Mr. Evil Slave Master. We gonna give you $300 reparation, boy. Now, we made a mistake and gave some of these niggas some land, and then we sent the general down there to take that land back and give to you, and then we gave the Negroes the opportunity of a lifetime. You can now work for me, nigga. You can love me. You still can call me master. But now, this how we're going to divide it, you know. This how much we're going to pay you for that bale of cotton. And you ain't got your own tools. You got to rent your own tools. So you got to pay for the tools. And then the cabin's not free no more. So we went from 0% of black people being out of work to now we're at 30-40% of black people out of work. But yeah, now, nigga, the cabin, you got to pay rent to be on the land now. And, you know, really help me. I'm trying to be a good, fair master to you. I know you can't count. I know you can't read. So just trust me. Trust me, nigga. I mean, we want you to be a nigga. And that's my favorite poem that I ever wrote. And it says they want you to be a nigger. They want to control your image, no matter if it's corporate America, in your neighborhoods or whatever. They want to tell you what it is. A lot of people are mad now at the NBA players because they were able to negotiate and say, hey, we are the commodity here. We deserve a bigger chunk of that money that y'all making. And the owners are like, wait a minute, y'all want shit half? Well, who else you gonna put on the floor? Pay up the money. You still making money. You just actually got to share with the new age slaves now. Because the NBA, NFL, and everybody else is all about image now. Promote the NFL. Promote the NBA. This is the image we want you to have. You can't have this image. They've been a little lax on the hairstyles because a lot of shit I see on the floor now don't make no damn sense. You're a grown-ass man. Comb your damn head. You don't need to. If that's the image you want, everybody's talking about what's the boy who's locked up in Sweden, A$AP Rocky. I'll give a damn. This is the same boy who sat out there doing the Ferguson thing. Said, I don't give a fuck about this Ferguson things. All I care about is my bitches, my hoes, what I'm wearing, me getting some pussy. That's the image he wanted to project, and they put the money behind him. We love this nigga. This nigga is a real nigga. He accepts his role in society as a nigga proudly. Now people talking about, and well, Joe Budden like, well, we should still, no, fuck him. Let him sit his monkey ass up in there for a minute. Well, he's sleeping in feces, and he said, well, okay, too bad. I want his ass to stay there for a few weeks and then come back and say, you know what? I'm fucking with my people now. I made a mistake. I don't want to be a nigga no more. This is the type of stuff I'm waiting to see. And it's got to happen for all of us. We all got to make that call, that decision. People talk about corporate America. Yeah, corporate America, you may have to work there. I went to college. Then I went and got that job, and I worked that job, and then I got another position. Then I went to another company. Then I went to another company. I was a good Negro. Came in with a shirt and tie every day. And they still showed me who was in charge. This is my white boy, Chad. He has never done a fucking thing in life as far as I can tell. He got 4 babies that he needs to take care of. Now, he's a good white boy. Now, we didn't vouch for him. So y'all take him on in, give him all the stuff that he needs to be successful. Fuck what nigga Rick. Rick gonna have something to say about it, but fuck him. He ain't applying for the image that we trying to give him. He don't want to be a nigga. He done wrote the poem. They want me to be a nigga, so he don't want to be a nigga. So since he don't want to be a nigga, let's give white boy Bob, Chad, Hispanic Charles some stuff because shit, they fall into the system. Then let's just do all types of little shit and act like we actually doing something because we don't work off image. We white. We don't need an image. We in charge. The only people that need images that we can create for in the world is black folks. The Asians won't let us give them an image. The Indian folks won't let us give them an image. Well, fuck them. They still got their culture. They still got their homeland. They still know who the fuck they is. These niggas that we got in America that we have bamboozled don't know who they is. They still want to be under us. They want to be like us. Ain't that what Kanye say? Kanye said, they make us love their wealth and hate ourselves. That's why Shorty hollering where the ball is at. They put you in situations, and then you got to make the decision. Am I going to hold out, or am I going to sell out? Is it selling out if I can take care of my family, or is it just me taking care of my family? Who says what's fair for who? But when they destroy you, the only options you have is what they give you, or that's what they want you to believe. So why would we help you with reparations? Because we know as soon as we give you motherfuckers reparations, Soon as we clear your college debt, give you some money for corporations and things, you're not going to continue to join with us. All you monkey ass black motherfuckers is going to go together and start a motherfucking black town, and you're going to find out just who you are, just like in the end of the Planet of the Apes. When the head ape finally admits, yeah, we know who you are. They know all along. They know exactly who you are. They know about your superior, well, we won't say we're superior in the mindset, but there was a certain reason that we fit the makeup to be great slaves. Because of this complexion, because of the melanin in our skin, because we were resistant to a lot of diseases that they weren't resistant to, that our physical build was superior in a lot of ways. And they still look at that with the sports that you have now that are dominated by black people. Jimmy the Greek, I think, lost his whole thing when he said, I think he compares blacks to horses or something like that. But he was just speaking from his truth. To say all this is what I'm saying is, when are we going to embrace our blackness, love ourselves, stop allowing these people to have us assed out for no reason other than to say, see, she a nigga. She got her ass out. Look at all these good white women. And these white women got their ass out. Look at all our covers. Ain't nobody ever had their ass out now. They ain't had ass like Serena, so they don't need to put it out. But just like the good slave master told his woman, you is too good for me to be ravaging all the time. I'm going to put you on a pedestal. And all these niggas, and when I put you on the pedestal, you look the other way. You benefiting from all the shit I do to these niggas. So if I can take a black woman that made over $600 million in her life, somewhere around there, I think she around 482 million, something like that, and tell her, get on this cover. Put your ass out here on this cover, nigga. Show us what we want to see. We don't want to see your intelligence. We don't want to see how great you are on the tennis court. We want to see your ass. And she jumps up and she does it. Then we just niggas. Because there's nothing in me that says I got that type of money that I'm going to do any of that shit. Love, peace, soul. We out of here.
Step out of the car.
No, you don't have the right.
Step out of the car.
You do not have the right to do that.
I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove
I
you.
refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Step
Now if you're woman, ain't no revolutionary should persuade you to be a fucking slave for the rest of your days. Should be grooming you on how to behave, teaching you how to coon and buck dance so that you can be safe. If that brother ain't no rider, soldier, no provider, molder of young minds, check it out, you got yourself a bitch. Think about the time that you invested in him. If he's wearing them skinny jeans, you a lesbian. For every 100 black women who ain't locked up, it's only 83 black men remain. Take away 1.5 million black men who might have benefited their women and their children. You don't know a war when it's waged against you, when it makes you drive your baby mama to the clinic just to kill your own. Ain't no legacy to leave behind, cause ain't nobody sitting on your throne. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga. Sandra Bland was a rider. She wouldn't have committed suicide. You a motherfucking liar. It would not be wise to stop when you hear sirens. you was going for the police gun. That's why they shot you like 120 times, but you was still coming, so they put another bullet in your lung. Them devils got you praying while they murder, because they know you on that bullshit. They steady with them full clips and body armor. They kill your women in the street, cause they figure you too weak to do anything about it. You some sheep getting fucked in your sleep. They poison you every time you brush your teeth. You don't care, you behave like a slave. A bitch from the cradle to the grave, on your knees with your hands out, begging cause you won't. You motherfuckers are asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't stop, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, you asleep in a war zone, living a nightmare, dying in your own home. If you don't fight, you gon' lose what you got left. I'd rather die trying to fight for my last breath. Freedom or death, nigga. Freedom or death, nigga. Fuck that. Freedom or death, nigga.
If you just listen,
Freedom or death, nigga. Freedom or death, nigga. Freedom or death, nigga.
you were getting a warning. Until now, you're going to jail.
I'm getting it for what?